All right, let me talk to y'all. She wants a faithful player. Yeah. She wants a faithful player. You know, one of the things that women complain about, right, is that a lot of guys are liars, a lot of guys are cheaters, right? Which is true. I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. There's a lot of guys out here that are liars and cheaters, right? But here's the thing. She wants something that's unrealistic. She wants a faithful player. Regardless of what some women might say publicly, right? Regardless of what some women might say publicly, most women do not want a man who seems like he has trouble with women, even if he's attractive. Okay, let me say that shit again. Most women do not want a man who seems like he has trouble with women, even if he is attractive. Now, depending on how attractive the man is, some women might make concessions here and there, but for the most part, women, they want a man who looks like a man, who talks like a man, and who behaves like a man who is good around women. He know his way around women. He know his way around the bedroom. They want that guy who's experienced with dealing with women, right? They want a faithful player. And all I really mean by that is they want a man who has options with women, but they want to be the only woman that guy's dealing with. Right? And here's the funny part. That you have both guys and women who have this unrealistic thought process that's really there because of their ego, right? It's an ego thing, right? This is why you have guys, they'll get into a relationship. And I'm going to go off on a side tangent. Just give me a second. I'm going to get back to the title. You have guys that are in a relationship. And, hold on real quick, y'all. Okay, my bad. All right. You have guys who are in a relationship with a woman. They'll get into a relationship with a woman who they feel is very attractive, right? But she's the type of girl that gets a lot of attention from men. She, in some cases, probably dresses provocatively, right? She's always out doing her thing. She's out with her girls, kicking it. And they'll get in a relationship with that woman. And then what they'll do is they'll go through her phone. They'll try and check the way that she's dressing. They'll complain about her doing girls' nights out and girl trips and things like this because they want the baddest woman in the room that most other guys want, but then they want to subdue that woman where that woman only has eyes for them. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Okay, and this is for both sexes, right? You want the best looking person in the room, the best looking person you can get your hands on, the sexiest person you can get your hands on, whom other people desire, but you want that person to only want you. That's unrealistic. It's not to say that it's not probable. It's definitely probable, right? But the odds are stacked against you. And this is something I want women to understand. You want that man. That man, when you see him, you're like, ooh. And then when you speak to that man, you're like, ooh. He comes across like the player type. He comes across like the type that he probably deal with an abundance of women. But then you want to turn around and try and subdue that man and be a player tamer, right? Guys, that's a real thing. There are women out here that fancy themselves as player tamers. He's a wild stallion out here with these bitches. Let me tame his ass. Let me let me domesticate him and shit. I'm gonna have this nigga at the crib with a honey-do list, cutting the grass, raking the yard, picking up weeds, doing chores around the house. Right? Again, it's probable, unlikely, but it's probable. Right, so I just want to hit y'all with this real quick on the way out. Real quick, go check out the Patreon. Also, check out the channel membership. I have content on the channel membership that you won't find on Patreon or YouTube. Likewise, I have content on Patreon that you won't find on the channel membership and you won't find on YouTube. Right? So go ahead and fuck with it. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? If you're so inclined, by all means, become a member. Right? And start taking advantage of some of those perks today. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to holler at y'all. One.